Prime Field.
Welcome, basketball fanatics, to Prime Field. Get ready, because today we're diving headfirst into a topic that's got the Huskies faithful, and frankly the entire women's college basketball world absolutely buzzing. UConn's guard room for the upcoming 2025-26 season isn't just good, it's stacked. We're talking about a legitimate uprising of talent, a collection of playmakers, scorers, and defenders that could redefine backcourt dominance. But how do these incredible talents truly measure up against each other? And what does it all mean for UConn's championship aspiration? Well, you've come to the right place. Today we're breaking down and rating 5 key guards: the dynamic KK Arnold, the sharpshooting Ashlynn Shade, the highly touted incoming freshman Kelis Fisher, the now committed transfer sensation Kayleigh Heckel, and the phenomenal, eagerly anticipated return of Azzi Fudd. We'll be scrutinizing each player across crucial skill categories, slapping a 0 to 2 to 10 rating on everything from their playmaking vision to their clutch factor. And stick around, because these ratings will fuel a deeper discussion about their individual strengths, areas for growth, how they can mesh together to create a nightmare for opponents, and ultimately lead to our speculative ranking of their potential impact. We'll even explore some tantalizing lineup possibilities Geno Auriemma might be dreaming up. It's incredibly exciting to include Kayleigh Heckel definitively in this lineup. Now that she's officially committed to bringing her talents to Stores, her addition takes this guard room to another level. Alright, enough talk. Are you ready to see how these guards stack up? Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the absolute spark plug that is KK Arnold. Entering her sophomore season, Arnold didn't just make an impact as a freshman. She exploded onto the scene, bringing in infectious energy and a fearless style of play that instantly captivated fans. Her ability to push the pace and make things happen was a revelation. Let's take a look at how she rates across the board. Playmaking and vision. KK showed flashes of brilliance, really good instincts in transition, and an ability to find teammates. She's not a pure pass-first point guard in the traditional sense just yet, but the potential is undeniable. I'm giving her a solid 7.5 out of 10. Next, scoring prowess. Arnold can get to the rim, has a decent mid-range, and isn't afraid to take the big shot. She's more of a slasher and transition scorer right now than a pure shooter, but she's effective. Let's go with a 7 out of 10. Ball handling and security. For the most part, her handle is tight, allowing her to navigate pressure. There were moments of freshman inconsistency, which is expected, but the foundation is strong. I'm rating this a 7.5 out of 10. Now, on-ball defense. This is where KK really shines. Tenacious, quick-footed, and absolutely disruptive. She has the tools to be an elite defender. This gets a strong 8.5 out of 10. Next up, athleticism and speed. No debate here. Arnold is a blur on the court, with fantastic end-to-end speed and lateral quickness. Pure electricity. That's a 9 out of 10. Off-ball offense and movement. She's active, especially in transition, but can continue to refine her movement and cutting in half-court sets to become even more dangerous without the ball. A respectable 6.5 out of 10 for our bonus to clutch factor and in intangibles. She displayed a fearless attitude and a willingness to step up. The more experience she gets, the more this will shine. I'll give her a 7 out of 10 here. And finally, overall potential and ceiling for the next 1 to 2 years. Given her trajectory, her defensive prowess, and that athletic base, Arnold has All-American potential written all over her if she continues to develop her offensive game. That's a 9 out of 10. Alright, next on deck is sophomore sensation Ashlynn Shade. If you're looking for a guard who came in ready to score and contribute immediately, Shade was your answer last season. She displayed a remarkable offensive polish for a freshman, with a sweet shooting stroke and a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Let's see how her numbers stack up. Playmaking and vision. Ashlynn is more of a scorer by nature, but she's a smart player who can make the right read. It's an area she can continue to grow, but she's certainly not a liability. I'm giving her a 6.5 out of 10. Scoring prowess. This is her calling card. She can score at all 3 levels. A dangerous 3-point shooter, a capable mid-range game, and she can finish. Very efficient for a freshman. This is an easy 8.5 out of 10. Ball handling and security, solid. She protects the ball well, isn't prone to excessive turnovers, and can handle it comfortably in scoring situations. A good 7 out of 10. On-ball defense, competent and committed. Maybe not the lockdown specialist like KK Arnold, but she understands team defense and puts in the effort. This gets a 7 out of 10. Athleticism and speed. She's a good athlete. Smooth and coordinated. Not necessarily a burner, but possesses more than enough quickness and agility for her game. That's a 7.5 out of 10. Off-ball offense and movement. This is another strong point. Shade is excellent at moving without the ball, coming off screens and finding open spots for her shot. Really understands spacing. A strong 8 out of 10. Clutch factor and intangibles. She showed she's not afraid of big moments and can hit timely shots. As she gains more experience, this will only grow. I'll give her a 7.5 out of 10, and her overall potential and ceiling for the next 1 to 2 years. With her scoring ability and high basketball IQ, Ashlynn Shade is on a clear path to becoming an all-conference level player, perhaps even more. That's an 8.5 out of 10. Now let's turn our attention to an exciting newcomer. Incoming freshman Kelis Fisher. Ranked among the elite prospects in her high school class, Fisher brings a ton of buzz and considerable talent to Storrs. As with any freshman, there will be an adjustment period, but the raw tools are definitely there. Let's project her ratings, playmaking, and vision. Fisher is known more for her scoring and athleticism at this stage, but reports suggest she has good court awareness. This will be a key development area at the college level. We'll start her with a 6 out of 10, with room to grow. Scoring prowess. This is where she's expected to make her mark. She's a dynamic scorer with the ability to create her own shot. High school dominance is one thing, but the potential is evident. Let's go with a 7.5 out of 10 based on that potential. Ball handling and security. To score the way she does, you need a good handle. She's reportedly skilled here, but the collegiate defensive pressure is a different beast. I'm rating this a 7 out of 10. On-ball defense. With her athleticism, she has the tools to be a very good defender. It'll come down to learning system principles and consistent effort. Initial rating 6.5 out of 10. Athleticism and speed. Reports paint her as a high-level athlete. Quick, agile, and explosive. This should translate well. That's an 8.5 out of 10. Off-ball offense and movement. As a primary scorer in high school, this might be an area that sees significant development at UConn. She'll be learning to play within a more complex offensive structure. A 6 out of 10 to start. Clutch factor and intangibles. Difficult to rate for an incoming freshman before they've faced collegiate pressure, but top recruits often have that it factor. We'll give her a baseline 6.5 out of 10 based on reputation, and her overall potential and ceiling for the next 1 to 2 years, immense. Fisher has the raw talent to be a star. It's all about how quickly she adapts and develops. That's a 9 out of 10 for pure ceiling. Alright, now for the officially committed bona fide game changer from the transfer portal, Kayleigh Heckel. Her decision to join UConn has sent ripples of excitement everywhere. Coming off a standout freshman season at USC, where she showcased elite playmaking and poise, Heckel is a proven talent at the collegiate level, ready to make an immediate impact in Storrs. Let's rate her now as a Husky. Playmaking and vision. This is Heckel's bread and butter. She was one of the nation's assist leaders as a freshman. Exceptional passer, sees the floor incredibly well. This is a 9 out of 10, potentially even higher. Scoring prowess. While she's a pass-first guard, Heckel can certainly score when needed. She's not necessarily a high-volume shooter, as she's efficient and gets to her spots. Let's give her a 7 out of 10. Ball handling and security. To make the plays she does, you need an elite handle and composure under pressure. She's demonstrated that consistently. A strong 8.5 out of 10. On-ball defense. A solid and intelligent defender. Understands positioning and uses her instincts well. Maybe not a pure stopper, but very effective. This gets a 7.5 out of 10. Athleticism and speed. Good functional athleticism. She's not necessarily going to wow you with combine numbers, but she's got the quickness and agility to run an offense and defend her position effectively. That's a 7.5 out of 10. Off-ball offense and movement. As a primary ball handler, this is less of a focal point, but she's smart enough to relocate and make herself available. A 7 out of 10. Clutch factor and intangibles. She stepped into a major role at a big program as a freshman and thrived. That shows maturity, leadership, and next-level poise. I'll give her an 8 out of 10. And her overall potential and ceiling for the next 1 to 2 years? Her impact at UConn is poised to be immediate and profound. She's already playing at a high level, with the potential to become a premier point guard in the country. That's a 9 out of 10. And finally, the player whose return is perhaps the most anticipated of all, the incredibly gifted redshirt junior, Azzi Fudd. When healthy, Azzi Fudd is without question one of the most lethal offensive weapons in all of college basketball. Her journey has been marked by frustrating injuries, but her talent is undeniable. This rating assumes she's returning to full health and full form. Let's break down the numbers for a healthy Azzi. Playmaking and vision. Azzi is a capable passer, but her primary role has always been as a scorer. She makes good reads within the offense, but she's not a primary facilitator. I'm giving her a 7 out of 10. Scoring prowess, this is where Azzi Fudd is simply transcendent. Her shooting stroke is a thing of beauty. Deadly from 3-point range, automatic from mid-range, and she can finish at the rim. If she's healthy, this is as close to a perfect score as you can get. A 9.5 out of 10. Knocking on the door of that Paige Buckers level. Ball handling and security. Very solid. She has a good handle, protects the ball well, and can create her own shot off the dribble. A reliable 8 out of 10. On-ball defense. Often underrated because of her offensive firepower, but Azzi is a smart and disciplined defender. She uses her length and basketball IQ effectively. This gets a solid 7.5 out of 10. Athleticism and speed. Good athlete. Maybe not explosive, but incredibly smooth and coordinated. Her body control makes her scoring look effortless. That's an 8 out of 10. Off-ball offense and movement? Elite. She's constantly moving, a master at using screens, and her timing and spacing are exceptional. This is a 9 out of 10. Clutch factor and intangibles. Before her injuries, Azzi showed she's got ice in her veins. Big-time players make big-time plays, and Azzi is that. Assuming full health and confidence, this is an 8.5 out of 10. And now, her overall potential and ceiling for the next 1 to 2 years. If she can stay healthy, the sky is the absolute limit. We're talking National Player of the Year conversation, WNBA lottery pick potential. That's a 10 out of 10 on pure healthy potential. Alright, we've broken down each of these incredible guards individually. Now, let's put it all together, see how they compare, and more excitingly, how they might synergize on the court. Imagine the possibilities. Looking at this table, a few things immediately jump out. Based on our ratings, if Azzi Fudd is at full strength, she clearly leads the pack in scoring prowess, and she shares that top tier in overall potential. Kayleigh Heckel, now officially a Husky, sets the standard in playmaking and vision. KK Arnold? She edges the group in on-ball defense, and that raw athleticism and speed. Ashlynn Shade shines with incredible consistency, especially in scoring and off-ball movement. And then you have Kelis Fisher, bringing exciting athletic upside and scoring potential as a freshman. Now, let's talk about the beautiful music these talents could make together. The complementary skills are just mouth-watering. Picture this. KK Arnold with her tenacious defense and playmaking, pushing the tempo. And then you've got Azzi Fudd, a lethal scorer, ready to finish the play. That's a defensive stop, leading to an almost guaranteed bucket. Or how about Ashlynn Shade, with her versatile scoring and intelligent movement, paired with a true floor general like Kayleigh Heckel? Heckel's vision, finding Shade relocating for an open three? Opponents would have nightmares. And where does a dynamic freshman like Kelis Fisher fit into all of this? Initially, she could be an incredible injection of energy and scoring punch off the bench. Imagine her athleticism being unleashed against tired defenders, or her developing alongside these seasoned players. The growth potential? Absolutely immense. Of course, with this much talent, the question of a logjam inevitably comes up. How will Coach Auriemma distribute the minutes? Honestly, it's the best kind of problem to have. It means intense competition in practice, players pushing each other to be better. And it means UConn can throw multiple high-level looks at opponents. Some games might call for a defensive-minded lineup. Others, all-out offensive firepower. The versatility this group offers is staggering. When you look at the collective ratings, the depth of scoring, the elite playmaking of Heckel, the defensive intensity, and the sheer athleticism across the board. This UConn guard unit has the potential to be one of the best, not just in recent Huskies history, but across the entire nation. The ability to mix and match these skill sets, it can make UConn exceptionally difficult to prepare for, and even tougher to play against. Okay, this is where the debates really begin. We've dissected the skills, we've looked at the ratings, we've dreamt of the synergies. Now, for the toughest part. Based on these ratings, their projected roles, and their overall potential impact for next season specifically. Here's my speculative ranking of these 5 incredible UConn guards. Now, before I dive in, let's be clear on the criteria for this ranking. I'm basing it on who I believe will be the most crucial to team success for the upcoming season, combined with their highest ceiling for next season, if things break right. This is, of course, highly subjective and purely for discussion. I fully expect your own rankings in the comments. Here we go. Number 5, Kelis Fisher. Immense talent. And that athletic rating is through the roof. Her overall potential rating? Sky high. But as an incoming freshman, even one as heralded as Fisher, there's usually an adjustment period, adjusting to the college game and to Coach Auriemma's demanding system. Her impact will absolutely be felt, and she could very well outperform this ranking by season's end. But for an initial crucial impact, she lands here. Future star, no doubt. Number 4, KK Arnold. Now this might surprise some of you, and I get it. Her defensive prowess and athleticism are top tier. She's going to be absolutely vital. Her energy, her on-ball defense, and her ability to push the pace are critical. The reason she's here? Simply the sheer offensive firepower and proven playmaking now in the mix. That might edge out others in terms of overall team reliance next season. But make no mistake, Arnold's impact will be massive, and she's a cornerstone. Number 3, Ashlynn Shade. Shade's proven scoring ability at multiple levels, her efficiency, and her intelligent off-ball movement make her incredibly valuable. She's a reliable offensive weapon who's already shown she can thrive in big moments. You need consistent scores to win championships, and Shade is exactly that. Her high floor and established production earn her this spot. Number 2, Kayleigh Heckel. With her commitment now locked in, Heckel jumps right near the top. Why? Because an experienced, elite-level true point guard transforms a team. Her playmaking and vision ratings are exceptional. She's the key that unlocks the highest potential for every other scorer on this list. Running the offense, distributing the ball, elevating everyone around her. That's what makes her invaluable from day one. And at number 1, Azzi Fudd. This ranking is entirely contingent on one massive factor: health. If Azzi Fudd is healthy and can play a full season, her impact is almost immeasurable. Her scoring prowess is elite, bordering on legendary. Her experience, her ability to take over games with her shooting, it's what separates good teams from championship contenders. We've seen glimpses of her brilliance before, and a healthy Fudd, with this supporting cast, including a pure point guard like Heckel, is a terrifying prospect for the rest of the NCAA. Her potential to be the go-to scorer and an All-American. Phew, there it is. My speculative impact ranking. I can already hear the keyboards clacking. That's what we want. Let the discussion begin. So there you have it, folks. An in-depth look at what can only be described as a guard uprising at UConn. We've rated their skills, explored how they might complement each other, and even dared to rank their potential impact. One thing is crystal clear: the sheer volume of talent, versatility, and high-level potential in this UConn guard room, especially with the confirmed addition of Kayleigh Heckel, is simply astounding. Geno Auriemma has an embarrassment of riches to work with. Regardless of who starts, who comes off the bench, or how the exact ratings and rankings shake out, the future is incredibly, incredibly bright for UConn women's basketball. The excitement building for next season is palpable, and this group of guards is a massive reason why. Watching them develop, compete, and hopefully dominate, that's going to be a treat for all basketball fans. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of these ratings? Who did I get right? Who did I get spectacularly wrong? Which of these guards are you most excited to watch take the floor next season? And most importantly, drop your own ratings and your own impact rankings in the comments section below. Let's get this debate going. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into college hoops, then do us a huge favor. Smash that like button, share this video with your fellow basketball junkies, and of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Prime Field. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep your eye on the ball.
Prime Field.